You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZWLP Conroe and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Thanks for checking out this recording on Lone Star Community Radio. This is Dick, the General Manager of Lone Star Community Radio, and I wanted to give you a quick reminder of what's going on with us for the month of September. A new show has been added to our lineup. The Good News with Ted Cox is going to be on Tuesdays from 1 to 3 p.m. during our Talk Block. And also joining the Talk Block is going to be Mornings with Lone Star. Every weekday from 10 to 11 a.m., Mornings with Lone Star will extend their normal programming from music into talk. That's right. Starting from now on, from 8 to 11 a.m., Mornings with Lone Star. First 2 hours, music, talk, fun. And then from 10 to 11, more nitty-gritty talk radio for you. Also extending their time slot is going to be our favorite Saturday morning show, Grit and Grace. They're going to be extending their hours from 8 to 10 a.m. every Saturday morning for you. Also, the last reminder is we still have plenty of talk slots available for those who want to be a talk show host and also volunteer DJs for music. If you're interested in those kind of things, please let the studio know at lscrstudios@gmail.com or call the station at the message line at 936-647-3776. Thanks again for checking out Lone Star Community Radio, and I hope you enjoyed the show.
All righty, folks. Good morning, Montgomery County. Listen to that boogie woogie. Yeah, I got some Ezra Charles, Texas boogie woogie. Got a bull rider in here. He said I look too handsome with my hat. I ain't going to put on them newfangled headphones, so he's not listening to that good boogie woogie. But Chris Rankin is.
Absolutely.
That sounds good, don't it?
Man, that's the jam.
Yeah, none of this, like, what do you call it? The hip hop, No.
This right here is some good old rhythm and blues.
Absolutely,
going on.
dadgummit. Hey, folks, welcome to Montgomery County Lifestyle with Nathan Arrazate. We have got a wild show for you today. I'm feeling pretty wild. I even had to take me a muscle relaxer because I kind of tweaked my back, and I kind of feel fuzzy and foggy and tingly, but man, I am excited about this show. And if y'all saw my little promo yesterday, you could see it in my voice, even though I was kind of loopy. I guess that's the best word to say, kind of loopy. But man, this is going to be a fun show. We've got championship bull riding in the house. We've got probably one of the best production managers and announcers in all of professional rodeo and bull riding. And I'm going to get him to teach me someday some stuff. I'm going to get him to mentor me. He doesn't know that yet. And then we got a bull rider who, he ain't shy. I told him I advertised, come on down and hug a bull rider. He's like, where they at? Come on, bring it. So we're going to jump all in on that in a little bit because Championship Bull Riding is coming October 7th at the Montgomery County Fairground, or the Expo Arena. And there's a lot going on. This biggest, baddest year that it's ever been here. We're going to talk about how they're going to honor all first responders just in general, but especially after Hurricane Harvey, especially what the devastation this state has felt. And if your house came out fine, you've still been affected in some form or fashion because you've got a friend, family member, or something that or your business or business in general. This is like a national disaster the way it's going to hit, if nothing else, just business. So all law enforcement, all firefighters, all EMTs, veterans, active military, and school teachers are going to get in free because as much as some of you are still out there hurting and you're in pain and you're still cleaning up, or you lost your car, or your brother, is living with you, and then your cousin's living in the garage, you're going to need to get out and cut loose. And you might as well do it the good old-fashioned, down-home community way, and that's bull riding. And you're going to watch these I don't know, I'm looking at this young man over here, Cody, and I bet he's like $150 or something like that.
Man, you're highballing me. I'm at 135.
Holy Moses! And he's going to be riding atop a 2,000-pound beast, man. It makes a rhinoceros look small. So that's why we're going to have fun today and just cut up. But I really want y'all to get out. So we'll take a break in a minute. But before that, folks, here's what's coming up. This weekend, Sounds of Texas Music Series, right here at the Crichton Theater, Mr. Ricky Skaggs. Dadgummit, who is better than an icon legend like Ricky Skaggs? And opening up for Ricky is Scott Mulvahill, who is a Houston, Texas native living in Nashville now, and he's in Kentucky Thunder. And this is the first time he's had a chance to open up for his friend, his hero, his mentor, Ricky Skaggs. And so you can go to CrichtonTheater.org and get your tickets. Dadgummit, get it now because tickets are selling hot. Every seat's good. Prior to that, from 6 to 7:30 is a free community street pre-party. Caleb and the Homegrown Tomatoes are going to be there. I know they're spelled tomatoes, but it's pronounced tomatoes. Okay, there is no O-E. It's tomatoes. So it's going to be 6 to 7:30. It's going to be cold beverages. It's going to be a food truck. And it's just going to be community coming together. Just come out and have some fun. Bring your friends. If you had friends that are hurting right now, dadgummit, bring them out. Just tell them, hey, we got somewhere to go. And then, again, October 7th, Championship Bull Riding. So you got to get your tickets to that. And then after that is the Big Daddy, and that is Conroe Cajun Catfish Festival, the strongest lineup ever. Mr. Aaron Watson, Stoney LaRue, Josh Ward, on and on and on. Man, it's Tracy Bird. It's huge. So y'all pay attention to that. Get out and get ready to have some fun. Folks, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to dive all in, and we're going to let these two men do the talking and explain to you about championship bull riding. You're listening to Montgomery County Lifestyle on Lone Star Community Radio, Conroe's FM, 104.5, 106.1, and IRLoneStar.com. Be right back.
Lone Star Community Radio is ready for the summer. If you or anyone you know is looking for summer internships, Lone Star Community Radio is a great place to learn the radio and TV business. Contact the station at info@irlonestar.com or call the station's message line at 936-647-3776. Lone Star Community Radio offers a great opportunity to those interested in learning about the radio world.
The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service has been dedicated to educating Texans for over a century. In 1915, the Extension Program was established under the federal Smith-Lever Act to deliver university knowledge and agricultural research findings directly to the people. Ever since, AgriLife Extension programs have addressed the emerging issues of the day, serving diverse populations across the state. Texans turn to Extension for solutions in horticulture, agriculture, 4-H and youth, and family and consumer sciences. Extension agents respond not only with answers, but also with resources and services that result in significant returns on investment to boost the economy. Join us Fridays at 1 o'clock for the AgriLife Extension Hour.
Hey, we've got Stephen Nelway, Keith Walls, Stephanie Walls. They're all out there. I think they want us to plug Conroe Cajun Catfish Festival. Folks, we already did. I don't know what you're bringing in here, but you know what? Oh, you got posters. What is that? Catfish Festival posters? Okay. Well, you know what? Why don't y'all just come on in, don't make any noise, and stand around with the rest of the posse? We can fit 15 people in this studio. All right, folks.
I don't know what the fire marshal is, but we're going to break it today.
All right, folks. You're back with Montgomery County Lifestyle with Nathan Arrazate. We have got some guests here from Championship Bull Riding. We've got a posse who are in here. I think Stephanie came in because she heard about the hug.
Yeah,
bull riding.
I seen her looking.
I know she looking at you, buddy. She looked at you the way she looked at Boudreaux, you know, the Conroe Boudreaux. Not Boudreaux Campbell. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to bring to you, we're going to dive right in, let them do the talking. Chris Rankin.
Man.
How you doing?
I'm awesome. It's good to be here. We appreciate you having us in this morning. You know, we're always excited to bring championship bull riding back to Montgomery County, and I guess it's the fourth year that the CBR's actually made one of our tour stops on the Road to Cheyenne tour here, and it's actually stop number 4 on our 2018 season. We've started off with a bang a month after our World Finals in Huron, and you know, they just give me an interesting, pretty cool fact before we walked in here that I didn't really take notice to, and I check out everything CBR related about every day, but our top 5 in the world all come from a different state. You got Idaho, Arizona, Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, so that's a pretty cool deal. But, you know, I've been fortunate enough to work for Championship Bull Riding for the last 8 years, and I get to meet some incredible people. And, you know, it's pretty honored for me to get to share the stage here this morning with this guy to my left. He's a NFR qualifier last year, not going to go back to national finals this year, but I'll guarantee you his career's long from being over. So he's also a 4- or 5-time CBR World finalist in Cody Rostocki. Wow. And it's going to be a good show when you got Rostocki on with you. I promise you that.
Well, he ain't dadgum shy.
No.
He's not like some of the other cowboys. He likes the attention, doesn't he?
Yeah, he is fortunate to have me here.
What I like about having Rostocki on, that's less I'm going to have to talk.
Well, why don't you introduce him, Cody, to us? Tell us a little bit about him, or let Cody tell a little about himself.
Yeah, I'd love to hear Cody's impression. I always get to talk about Cody, but I'd love to hear what he has to say about himself. But no, I mean, he's a family guy. He's got a beautiful wife and 2 kids at home, and I don't know how in the world they put up with him nonstop, because if there's an adult that's a class clown, that guy right there is him. So he's always fun. and you asked him a while ago if his song was hard to be humble. It's not hard to be humble when you're Cody Rostocki. I mean, he's a fun loving guy, and man, whenever he gets done riding bulls, I'm gonna make him be the CBR's clown, barrel man, entertainer.
Oh, no. I want that job.
Well, I don't know. I heard your audition at the Montgomery County Fair didn't go too good, so I don't know. I'm just playing.
Audition went good, man. Let me tell you what, that bull was afraid to hit that barrel.
Yeah,
because he could smell me inside. Even TC, he announces from a horse.
Right.
He had his horse come in there, and his horse kind of put his, nose down in there, and the video showed him popping back out. I guess 'cause I stunk or something.
Exactly.
My mullet wasn't good,
It's all about your game face.
Oh, well, I noticed one thing I just noticed because I went online while you were talking, and the kind of promo picture they posted of you today going out to Huntsville, going to first responders to give out tickets. That's a cut up. You can look through that mask that he's got, that helmet over there, and he's just looking goofy and cutting up.
Oh, man. I mean, I'd cut up most of the time, but try to be a good person at the same time, and that's the deal while we're here. To give a shout-out to all them first responders that are helping out and doing everything they can. I mean, we look all right, and people look up to us, but we look up to them guys, being good people and helping out.
Well, and that's one thing, too, that, I could care less about the NFL junk and whatever, but one thing I've always noticed, anytime I've gone to a rodeo, small town, big, CBR, whatever, the cowboys, the stock contractors, the men and women there, and the families there, just have a sense of pride in America, a sense of pride in themselves and each other, and they honor those that need to be honored like nothing you've ever seen. And the one thing you see, too, is you see people praying.
Absolutely.
You see people giving glory to God. You see people kneeling in the back. You see people, and you see you guys, you're working with each other. Even though you want to win, you're helping that other guy just as much. You don't see that in most sports.
Oh, no, and it's just like you said. You want to see that guy ride his bull? Yeah, you want to ride yours and beat him, but it's just everybody doing their best, going against the best. And
because it's really not you against the other. Tell me if I'm wrong. Is it you against the other cowboys, or is it really you against that bull?
It's you against that bull.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the chance to get on 3 bulls, and you want to ride every single one of them, and you leave it up to the judges to find out who wins. And, I mean, that's all it's about.
The only thing he can control is what he does on the back of that animal that he has drawn before him. So, it's just most camaraderie you'll ever see in any sport in the world is in the sport of bull riding or sport of rodeo. And, hats off to them guys, because if it was me competing, I'd be wishing for them to fall off or really suck it up, because I'm just that type of person. I don't know.
Well, I'll go one step further.
I'm competitive, so.
I go one step further. I don't want to be on the back of that bull.
No.
I'm admitting it right here. No way, dude. No way.
The only shape I'm in is round, so you don't have to worry about that happening.
So tell everybody, when did you get started and why?
Man, my dad rode a little bit when I was younger, probably 8-ish, 7-ish type deal. And I never had anything to do with rodeo, never wore a pair of cowboy boots, never anything till I turned 13 or 14, and just thought, man, I want to try that. So went and got on a bull, and he'd have tripped on a dirt clod if there'd have been any in the arena. I mean, he walked around, and I rode him and thought I was the king. I thought, man, I'm the best there ever was. Yeah, 1 up, 1 down. They pay a lot of money for this. Let's do it. And I've been strapped ever since.
So how long has that been?
Man, that was 14 years ago. I'm 28.
Wow. So speaking of big money, I understand Conroe Bull Mania, this is going to be one of the biggest purses. You call it a purse?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That you guys have had.
Oh, it is. And the last time, well, we've had this a couple times over the years.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, in Jackson, Tennessee, I won it last year, and it was like this. And I think I won $25,000 or $28,000.
Yeah.
So $50,000 in the pot. Try to get all you can.
And the funny thing is, you 28,000 people out there going, oh my God, you live high on the hog. Sometimes that can be far and few in between, can it?
Oh yeah, you have good years and you have bad years. And like you said, last year I made the NFR, had an awesome year, won a lot of money, And then this year been beat up and in the hospital most of the year.
Ow.
Getting surgeries and all kinds of other stuff. So it's
But
up and down.
October's his month. What he's failing to tell you is last year in the fall he won about $60,000 right before the NFR. So
Yeah.
he tries to make sure that his kids have a good Christmas. So we look forward to him capitalizing. You mentioned about the $50,000 money rolling over. This is actually the second time that it's happened since our CBR World Finals in July. We went to Huron, South Dakota. No guys rode in the Final Four, so we rolled $20,000+ over to Window Rock, Arizona. The young hotshot Boudreaux Campbell stepped up and got him a $25,000 payday at Window Rock. From Window Rock, we went to Laughlin. Well, at Laughlin, nobody rode, so that rolls over $22,000 on top of the $30,000 that we were already guaranteeing for this event. So that's where the $52,000 comes into play. So, you know, there's a lot of great bull riders in that field. There's even some that was a little bit banged up at the right after the World Finals, and it's amazing how they healed pretty quick because they're all wanting to come to Conroe now to get their share. But and I would say this, whether Cody Rostocki's sitting here or not, but I'd love to see that guy win it.
Wow.
He's had pretty tough luck there towards the end of the year, and the finals didn't go the way he wanted it to. So I'd love to see this guy win it.
You guys also ride a lot when you really shouldn't.
Oh, yeah. I mean, being beat up's just part of it. They ask you how bad it is, and most of the time you say it's not bad at all. And you got broken fingers or something wrong or something aches. It's hard to get up out of bed, but you just grasp it. And that's me. I go to the doctor and, what's your pain level? It's at a 4. You know, well,
Everybody
that's
else
not
would
your
say
normal
9 or
person's
10.
4. Yeah.
So. That's kind of like why I feel stupid right now. You know, when I told you earlier that I kind of tweaked my back, I feel really dumb saying that because I'm not going to be getting on a 2,000-pound bull to try to provide for my family. So,
and there's no other way to do it. I mean, they don't pay us just to come around and hang out. You got to ride and you got to win.
yep.
If you knew his wife, you'd understand why he rides when he's hurt. She cuts him no slack.
Oh, yeah. That's why it's easy to be humble to be me. I got a wife and kids cutting me down all the time.
I've known that family way before he even got married into it, and I've known him before he got married into it. And he gets what he puts in, I promise you.
So tell me a little bit, too, guys, about the Bull Team Challenge, because it's not only just about the cowboys, not about the bull riders.
Yeah.
You guys get into the stock contracting, and then I want you to, especially you, I want you to ride over into that, you know, talk about that challenge, but then talk about bulls now to 10 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever, the history of bulls, because they're bigger and better. Just like football players are bigger and badder than ever, so are the bulls.
Yeah. Our Bull Team Challenge competition, you know, it goes to every one of our tour stop events. At the end of the year, it pays out a $100,000 bonus to whoever has the world champion bull team as well. Well, each 12 teams compete at each event. Well, there's a total of 60 franchises. They get 3 events to try to get qualified for the World Finals, the same as the bull riders. We'll have 12 teams that come next weekend, and you know, I'm going to dip into the teams here a little bit before we get into the caliber and quality of bulls. But I mean, you're going to see some bulls from Championship Pro Rodeo. Who knows? They might even bring a few bulls of theirs that went to the NFR last year, may even be selected to go to the National Finals Rodeo this year, and they'll get that list probably right after Conroe. I don't think that list will quite come out before Conroe. You got Jay Hudgens, Bucking Bulls. He's just from over at the Cypress, Texas area. He'll have a bull team here. Chris Knapp, 4-time stock contract of the year. Mike Rawson, as well as Jeff Harris. He's a former stock contract of the year. Lyndall Hurst, man, Corey Melton, Winston Lowe, and that whole team there. So the bull power's darn sure going to be there. I mean, whenever you step up a payday of $50,000, it's going to fuel a fire in the bull riders and really make those guys come to ride to try to win a big paycheck. So they're going to bring the top end of their bull team bulls that they bring each week, and there may even be a few surprises with some guys being close to home. They may bring some bulls that these guys hadn't quite seen a whole lot of on our tour to try to boost a little bit bigger score for the bull riders, well for themselves, to try to earn themselves some money, because whoever wins the bull team competition next Saturday night as well, he's going to win $20,000. So there is a lot of money up for grabs. It pays 5 holes in the bull team. You talked about the caliber of bulls from what they were 10 years ago to what they are today. In my opinion, I mean, I've been doing this almost 20 years now. It doesn't seem that long, but it's been almost 20 years now. And I don't think that the caliber's any different. What I think is more relative today is there's just more high-quality bucking bulls today than what there was 10 years ago. There's more today than what there was 5 years ago, and there'll be 3 times as many in 10 years from now. What do you think, Cody?
Oh, yeah, with the breeding and everything. There used to be 10 bulls you could go 90 on 20 years ago, when now every bull that's going to be out, 24 24, 36, whatever, is going to be a chance to go.
I get
at
it. So it's not so much that,
Yeah.
Bull A, Mean Joe Green is different than 10, 20 years ago.
Right.
It's now you got 24, 36 Mean Joe Greens out
Right,
there.
right.
And no matter what you draw, you got two things. You got a chance to hit that 90, or you got a chance to hit that dirt
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
on every single one.
Exactly.
Wow. So
You
that keeps
def-
it exciting.
Oh, it does. And you want to come back at the top of it because in the 4-man, we actually get to choose our bulls. And it gets to pick it off of who has the most points. So, I mean,
So
you
you're
definitely want to
you're
come
gonna go
back with
after
the
the
most
biggest,
points.
baddest one then.
Oh, yeah.
And that's so hard for people to understand. In some ways, you're going to pick the one that probably could hurt you the most because if you ride it, you're going to score the most.
Right.
Yep.
That's just hard to understand.
And
man.
that's something that we haven't got into yet is the format. There's 24. I figure with the caliber guys that entered and the guys that are coming back off injuries, we're probably going to be 26 to 29 guys next weekend, just shooting from the hip. They're all going to get on one head of livestock, and then the top 12 guys from the first round will advance to the semifinal round.
Yep.
Now, keep in mind, every bull that they ride, that's a guaranteed paycheck. Whether they win the round or they're dead last in the round, every bull they ride, they get a paycheck at CBR. So from the semifinal round, we're going to take the top 4 guys to the shootout round, clean slate battle. But whoever comes in the number 1 guy on 2 bulls, that's how they dictate who gets to pick what bull that they get on. And like he said, if you're coming in the lead and you got the number 1 pick, you better be studying the bucking bulls and you better pick the bull that you think you can win on, because who knows, the guy behind you may be Sage Kimsey, and we all know Sage Kimsey can dress the bad one up and make him look weak, and sometimes it pays off.
So you've not only got to know history, kind of like, pitchers have books on batters and catchers have books on batters to
Right.
tell the pitcher. You got to know that going into the night, but you got to be paying attention to them that night.
Oh, yeah.
Because that bull might be having an
Yeah.
off night, or one of the middle ranked bulls might be just on frickin' fire.
Yeah.
So you might be needing to pay attention to that.
Yeah, he may meet up with him next week, or he may meet up with him the week after. You never can tell when they'll.
Yeah, and there's a lot of guys that do pay attention, or you got guys like Jeff Askey that won it last year that I picked his bull in the 4-man. I mean, that doesn't know bulls.
Well, and then after that, Askey, if Cody wasn't there, he'd just ask Tough,
Yep.
pick one for me. And there's a lot of guys that do that because they know he's not going to steer them wrong. He wants everybody to win and have a shot at winning a bunch of money too. So
I'm glad you guys brought that up. That was one of the talking points here. Tell me about Tough Hedeman. Tell me a little bit about his past, who he is, and why is he important to CBR? And is he important to you, the bull rider, and why?
I've never heard of her, really. No. No.
Oh, that's just wrong. Tough. Oh, yeah. You're drawing a bull that I know by the name of Bill,
Yeah.
who's also no bully. That's who they're giving you, buddy. Let me tell you what. Yeah.
No.
Get him, Tough.
Yeah, Tough's someone to look up to. I mean, and not just as a bull rider. As a bull rider, he did everything he wanted to do. Become a world champ, was tough. Yeah, not just with his name, but got on hurt and made it happen still. I mean, it's a guy to look up to, got to look the one you want on your side and to help you out for sure.
Yeah.
And at the rodeos, he's no different. I mean, if you're messing up or he's doing something, he's going to tell you. You know, and if you need help, he's going to be the first one to be over there to help you out. But, I mean, he keeps you on your toes and you want him on your side.
First time I met him, and I didn't really meet him, we didn't get a chance to talk, but it was last year. I was back in the back, behind the chutes, and here came this tall, skinny drink of water, holding a kid, holding a little boy, I think a boy.
yeah,
How old would that kid be?
2 now.
2.
Okay. Just walking in, holding that little boy. And I recognized him, and I heard somebody else say, "Hey, Tough," and that's just cool. That's just a whole different feeling and a whole different arena in entertainment and in sports.
Yeah. You know what he does for myself and what I feel like he does most for championship bull riding is he pays attention to every bit of detail that we have throughout our show. I mean, I may have the title of production manager, and I kind of coordinate it and get it all together, but every detail that runs throughout any of our shows, I coordinate back with him. And if it's something that I'm a little bit nervous about doing, or if it's something that has great involvement in it, I mean, every detail I always ask him and run through him, and he gives me a yes or no, or he'll tell me why that's something we should or we shouldn't do. So, I mean, he's very important to what I do with the production of the CBR. I mean, he's hands-on in every aspect of it. I mean, I know during the event he's out front kind of running the show while I'm stuck behind a microphone a lot of times. But, man, he's just so much. I don't think he gets enough praise for all the jobs that he does. I mean, if there's a bull there and he doesn't have a good trip, that's the guy who's going to have to go tell the contractor, you're not bringing this bull back. He makes sure that every bull provides the opportunity for a bull rider to win. I mean, all that's part of production. I mean, when you have a bull misfire or malfunction that day, it reflects back on our production. So he's so important to what we do at Championship Bull Riding.
Wow.
And then he always takes time for fans. I mean, that's a guy who hadn't been on a bull in 15, 16 years or better. And he still has
signed more autographs since he's finished riding bulls than when he was riding.
Yeah.
I mean, who still has sponsorships whenever they haven't been on anything in 17 years? In this sport, it's unheard of.
So tell me also about, of course, we talked about honoring first responders, teachers, just the community now more than ever. And you guys, what you do for a living is you provide entertainment.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And you know that part of your job is to win because you got to earn for that wife and 17 kids you have.
Oh, yeah.
But you know also that you got to give entertainment because CBR is kind of your employer.
Oh, yeah. And without people coming to watch, we got nothing.
Yeah. And if you don't provide me to watch you, then that's also where Tough says, Cody, I like you, but won't you go on to the minor leagues for a while and learn some more? I mean, you know that.
Yeah.
So one person I want to talk about, we're going to take a break in a minute. Let's bring up the community again. Let's talk about somebody by the name of Chance Ward.
Yeah.
You guys just went out to honor him, and this is community. This is y'all's family.
Right.
This is what bull riding is about. It's about community. It's about family. It's about old-fashioned values with a 2,000-pound beast driving that.
Yeah.
Tell us what Chance did and why you wanted to honor him.
You know, I didn't get to make the trip last week whenever some of the guys from CBR went over to Chance's feed store there in Cleveland, but I've known Chance Ward about the last 2 years now. I've had the good fortune. He's kind of over the rodeo over at Cleveland, at the Cleveland Pro Rodeo, so I've announced it the last couple of years. And that's how I kind of really got to know Chance. Well, throughout Harvey and all the flooding and whatever, I saw some stuff on Facebook. I don't even have Facebook, but it's funny how people send me stuff.
I looked you up and I couldn't find you.
Yeah, you're not going to find me on Facebook. My wife has it, and every now and then I'll do a little creeping through her. But anyways. Yeah.
She creeped on me.
Yeah, I bet.
No, she didn't.
She probably did today.
She is a pretty little thing, though.
Yeah.
No, but she made a comment on a post that I made about you.
Oh, that was my sister.
Oh, that was your sister?
That was my sister.
Okay, never mind. She's still a pretty little thing.
Yeah. So Chance, you know, him and his boy Rowdy, and man, there's probably, it wasn't just them two, but Chance is the one who kind of started all the video stuff and what they did. They went out and rescued about 1,180 head of livestock right in the middle of the storm. And, you know, they're cowboys at heart, and cowboys are people that'll rally behind their community, help friends. You know, what I like about it is it's 100% free. It's just guys out doing a good job and for their heart, you know, and that's the kind of guy that Chance Ward is, along with all them cowboys over in Southeast Texas. So,
well, Chance, we appreciate you, and I sincerely mean that. As part of the Friends of Conroe Disaster Distribution Relief Center, and we started day one, we've been going out to we just found out last week, Romare, Shepherd, right there near Cleveland, Plum Grove, Kings Colony, Patton Village. There's people that are devastated, and they still just now are getting back in. Some of the roads are impassable. Some of them stud water, and it's terrible. And a lot of them lost their dogs and their livestock and stuff like that. So,
you know, I mean, you watch the news and you see all of it and you hear about it. I got family that live over at Baytown, and luckily they were all good and high where they were, and so nothing happened. But me and my wife were headed to Louisiana a week before last to go to a PRCA bull riding in Louisiana, and we cut across 105. And man, it was devastating from the time we got right into Cleveland, because we cut through at New Waverly and through that area. But from the time we got through Cleveland in that area, it was just the piles of trash all the way down 105. Then you get on I-10 at Beaumont, and it's the same way. Yeah, it was pretty devastating.
All right, folks, we got to take a break at the half hour. No, Eric Estes, it's not a half-hour break. Where are you? You're not heckling me today. Folks, you're listening to Montgomery County Lifestyle with Nathan Arrazate on Lone Star Community Radio. We got championship bull riding in the house. And when we come back, we're going to keep diving right into all the entertainment available for you. See you in a minute.
Hey guys, I'm Joey Savage.
Corey DLG.
We are Nerd Thug Radio. Catch us every Monday from 1 to 3 and check out our website, nerdthugradio.com.
We like to talk about quilting, horseback riding, and baking quiche.
Actually, we don't, but we do like talking nerdy to you.
That's right. Every Monday from 1 to 3 p.m., hashtag talking nerdy to you. A Lone Star Community Radio is ready for the summer. If you or anyone you know is looking for summer internship opportunities, a Lone Star Community Radio is a great place to grab the mic and be on the air. A Lone Star Community Radio offers a great opportunity to those interested in learning about the radio world all year round. Be an on-air personality, talk show producer, or YouTube, TV, podcast editor. Contact the station at info@irlonestar.com or call the station's message line at 936-647-3776.
All right, folks, listen to that Ezra Charles in the works. He is from Beaumont, Texas.
You got to put them headphones on, man. You're missing the good stuff.
Yeah. Hey, man, I don't need to hear myself talk any louder
Yeah,
than I
it's
am.
not even yourself talking.
Okay, you can't move. You have no dance moves like this guy right
I
here.
don't have any dance moves,
No,
anyways.
well, you do on back the 2,000-pound bull. And
Yeah.
I give
Those
that
are the
to
only
you.
moves I got. I
Yeah.
promise you.
This
I
old
can't-
man can still boogie woogie, so I'm just telling you. Just saying. For those of you listening right now, this will be on YouTube video on Channel 12 Sudden Link, so you can see this old man moving. Now, I'm not going to be able to walk in about 15 minutes,
Yeah.
but that's okay. I'm boogieing in my chair.
Don't have to get him another one of them muscle relaxers.
Man, just didn't have to go there, did you?
Man down. Man down.
No, I'm not going down. If he can get up there with a broken, everything, I
Yeah.
can at least walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, and besides, there's women folk here in the studio, man. I gotta look tough.
Heck yeah.
You gotta teach me. You gotta look like Cody, man. So, guys, let's bounce around here a little bit. Let's go on some talking points here because there's so much to this than just some of my normal guests. There's so many people we want to talk about, so many things. We talked about first responders getting in free.
Yeah.
We talked about active veteran military, school teachers. Not just that they get in free, but the reason they get in free is because they deserve it for their job every day.
Yeah, one thing that was pretty cool this season at Championship Bull Riding, you'll see some signage at Conroe that we've had at every one of our tours. It's got the CBR logo with the American flag as a background. It's got made in the USA. Benny Cood come up with that and called me right before we started out in January. And, it just, who would have known that it would come full circle right here at Conroe? So, that makes us pretty proud, kind of humbles us when we get to come home.
Yeah. Well, and the thing I want to talk about who you're honoring is, because I've been talking with Leanne especially, and Benny, and Leanne Schroeder, Leanne Peterson. This whole organization, CBR, and all the entities involved and people, you really do want to honor these people every day. But now, because of what everybody's gone through and what just the average fan, you're going to have families sitting here October 7th. You'll have families sitting in there that night that probably don't have a home anymore and or don't have any vehicles anymore.
Yeah.
Or somebody in their family has nothing.
Right.
And you really care about that. I've listened to Benny. I've listened to Leanne, both Leannes.
Yeah.
You guys really care about that.
Yeah, I don't want to let too much of the cat out of the bag, but we are going to do some stuff a little bit for those that were affected. There's going to be some footage and stuff, different things showed. Like I said, I don't want to go too far into it. I don't want to let all the cats out of the bag.
No, don't, man, because we got to be there and see that.
Yeah.
I know you guys, it's from y'all's heart.
And then we are going to do a pretty special flag presentation that we haven't done at CBR yet. So
Wow. I heard y'all got a pretty deadgum big flag.
yeah, pretty good
30
size.
by 50 foot.
30 by
Bigger than
50.
some, smaller than most.
Yeah, 30 by 50. And words of wisdom. Cody Rostock. Yeah. Giddy up, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. How old did he say he was?
28, man.
28.
But with everybody coming, for us to be just a spark of a little bit of happiness and all this going on, I mean, that means a lot to us to try to help out and be a part of it.
If we can take it off their mind for a couple of hours, then we've done a good job that night.
I heard y'all have a good-looking ambassador that's going to be helping y'all out. Young lady who's very well respected here in Montgomery County,
Yeah.
and that is our Montgomery County Fair Association queen.
Yeah. She's going to get to come out, sign some autographs with the bullfighters. We'll introduce her during the show at some point. And yeah.
Okay,
look forward to it.
so if we've got Cody on this side, and Shelby on this side.
Yeah,
Who do you think's going to
Shelby.
get and who?
Did you just call me Chubby?
No, Shelby.
Oh, I thought
the
you called
fair
me
queen.
Chubby. I thought you called me Chubby. I was thinking, how big a boy
That
are you?
was live on air right there.
Yeah.
Who do you think's going to get more autographs and more hugs?
It better not be It better not be Cody.
It'll be her. I mean, it always is. Makes us feel a little bit low key when they're next to us.
Yeah.
You know, everybody wants to get the signature of the pretty girl. And, I mean, she's got a crown. I can't compete with that.
Now we could probably fit you a tiara on that, but I don't think the other bull riders would. Look at
Yeah,
that
I'm not looking to get beat up in the locker room or anything.
Exactly. Oh man. So what? You know what? You mentioned something a minute ago. Let's back up real quick. Tell me about Benny Cood.
Oh, Mr. Benny, he's awesome. Montgomery County boy now, lives at the Woodlands. I don't know how that man. I don't know how that man stays on track. Not only does he run his own business, he's also the chairman of the board at the CBR. He's the owner operator of Championship Pro Rodeo, so he works a real job Monday through Sunday and finds time to run CBR as well as go to pro rodeos and CBR bull riding. So it's probably the busiest man that I know. And what was funny is I heard Miss Leanne a while ago say he's MIA.
Donde está Benny? All right, we got a silver alert out there. Yeah, we got a silver alert for Benny Cood. Where is he? Did I just say that on air?
You did.
Benny, if you're listening, Cody made me say it. Okay.
Oh, me and Benny are BFS from way back. I mean, I could call him and he'd pick up for me, but not these women.
Did I just hear a cowboy say BFF?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Is he a metro cowboy?
He is a
Hey, man, it's the new age. Trying to stay hip.
Yeah.
I told you folks this would be a fun ride, man. These guys are fun. These guys are real. Tell us about, I heard there's going to be a ride-off. There's going to be a challenge of some local elected officials. What's going on with that, man?
Yeah, if anybody got to come out last year, they got to see Mayor Pro Tem Duke Coon. Give you a little preview of his stuff. Now, this year, we're gonna see if we can get him tied on a little tighter. But, yeah, there's going to be a big ride-off between Mayor Pro Tem Duke Coon as well as Councilman Dwayne Ham.
Dwayne, I ain't no Daisy Ham.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
No.
He was MIA. We couldn't find him. There was a big showdown at the Heritage Plaza with Bill is no bully. But Bill the Bully.
Yeah.
And Duke was there, and Benny and Leanne and Kylie and the whole entourage and kids and stuff. Couldn't find Dwayne. And Duke challenged him. Benny said, I got money right here on who can ever ride the bull, and I kind of think Duke's going to do it. Dwayne, where are you? Never answered. So then we did some other videos, and they kind of blew up locally viral. Dwayne never answered. So finally, Duke had to call him out. He said, Dwayne is, Dwayne the Daisy, or something of that nature.
Yeah.
And finally, he mouthed off. He said, no, I'm here in Austin on business. I'm here on business. Well, we saw the YouTube videos and pictures later, Facebook. It didn't look like business to us. It looked like a lake, a boat, swimming pool. So I think he got scared.
Yeah, he's doing some of that Cody business.
Hey, man, come tax time, that could have been a business venture. Don't judge him.
So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to post, get ready, Kylie and Leanne. I'm going to post some footage later on today or first thing tomorrow morning of Mayor Pro Tem Duke Coon riding that bull. Now, he came out of that chute, and he's leaning back, and Bill took off running.
Yeah, Bill caught him in different gear. And
Yeah, even though Bill wasn't raised to be something Cody, he's still a 2,000-pound beast. He still moves.
Yeah. He was raised to beat Cody. That bull does have some bucking genetics in him.
Oh, does he?
He just never did show it. I mean, he just kind of grew
You
up
give
on
him
the-
my tramadol.
Yeah,
That I'm taking.
yeah. He took something. No, he hasn't taken anything. He just didn't have the demeanor. He just didn't have the want to in his heart. He'd rather be tame and be doing other things. But yeah, I didn't know Bill could move that fast.
Well, and in all due honesty, after Mayor Pro Tem Duke Coon said, I didn't have a glove, I wasn't tied down, we looked at the video, and I zoomed in, and there was a lot of space in there.
Yeah.
So when Bill went to turn left, we saw Duke's hand went down the side, so the body just went.
You won't have any excuses this year then. I mean,
Yeah,
he's going to have to get it all right.
Yeah.
Mayor Pro Tem Duke Coon, if you're listening, you got to ride that front end. Don't lean back, lean forward.
Yeah.
Now, he did go 3.6 seconds, so there's a lot of cowboys that night, that bull riders, they didn't make 3.6 seconds.
True.
Yeah, I was not one of those last year, but there were a lot. And all I do different than Duke did is I put a lot more rosin on there. So if I get scared and I want to bail off, it won't let you go.
There's another excuse. He never mentioned no rosin. Now you're going to say I had no glove.
Yeah.
I wasn't tied down tight. Oh, and by the way, y'all never give me any rosin.
Yeah.
He'll know next time.
He is a great sport, and he did that to raise money. I believe we were able to buy somewhere near 350 books, Bill is No Bully, to donate to CISD to promote anti-bullying.
Yeah.
So he did that, and he jammed up a finger pretty hard hitting the ground.
If that would have been me, I'd still be laying in that arena. I mean, because he hit hard.
He bounced up, and you look back at the video, he popped Bill on the nose.
Yeah, tuck and roll.
So, no, Duke is a great sport, and we really appreciate him getting involved. And Dwayne, hadn't heard from you, man. You said you're a real cowboy. You said you wanted to ride the meanest, toughest one. I don't know if CBR's got enough insurance for that. They might have to take out an extra policy if they put you on one of those, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll try to make it work.
We have insurance? Yeah.
No, I mean insurance liability.
Oh, I got you. I was about to say, man, that's a game changer there.
Also, Bill the Bull is going to be out at National Night Out next Tuesday, October 3rd, I believe.
Yeah.
And people, come on out. Come on out, National Night Out. It's just like CBR. It's a good time for community.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Good time to honor your first responders. Good time to just see your friends. And what you're basically saying is, bad guy, not in my hometown.
Right.
You need to go somewhere else, because this is about, I love my first responders, I love my veterans, and they love me. And let the kids get to know them, because the kids don't need to be scared of them.
No, I mean, those first responders are in your community to keep you safe at night. And the more your kids know them and trust them, if something was to happen, they know who to look to.
Yep. And Bill, I'm serious. I don't know. Bill's like 1,800 to 2,000 pounds, something like that.
He's pretty huge, and I mean, while you're out there, he's the big gentle giant. So you can take the kids by and let them take a picture, sit on him maybe. Yeah, it's going to be a great time. Where's that? Target
Parking lot.
Yeah.
5 to 8 or 5 to 8:30.
Perfect.
But we'll post that as well. Folks, we're going to take another quick break. Be a short one. When we come back, we're going to dive right into more championship bull riding on Lone Star Community Radio. We'll see you in a minute.
Attention movie lovers, The Ticket Stub is a new radio show servicing Montgomery County that is meant for you. The Ticket Stub is available live every Thursday at noon on FM 104.5 and 106.1, as well as anytime on irlonestar.com. Connor and Dick will let you know what's coming out in the theater, what is worth streaming, and what's going on in the world of film. The Ticket Stub, your home for movie talk.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show, with monthly and weekly slots available in Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
Yeah, buddy, you're listening to Montgomery County Lifestyle with Nathan Arrazate on Lone Star Community Radio. We are having so much fun. I'm telling you, man, if you're listening right now, you've got to share the YouTube video when I share it, because Cody said that he wants to be the face and voice of championship bull riding. I said, why? He said, because I'm just dead-gum good looking.
Yeah, he's got a face for radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's YouTube video, too, so he's got that. Hey, okay, here's something that's going on, too. Let's talk about a man by the name of Sage Kimsey. Who is that, man?
Man.
Why do I keep hearing his name?
Sage Kimsey's probably one of the best bull riders. It's tough. He would say that's come around the last 15 years. Sorry, Cody. But no, I mean, they're all great. But Sage, I don't know. It's every now and then, every few years, you'll see kind of a freak of nature come along. And we see it more with bulls, it seems like. But Sage has come in and, he's a 6-time world champion. He's won 3 CBR world titles. He's the first guy in CBR history to ever win 3 CBR world titles. He's won. What's crazy is he's only been in the PRCA for 3.5 years. He's a 3-time PRCA world champion, too. mean, he's dominated his professional career the first 3 years of it. He's fixing to go to the NFR in December. He's going into the NFR as the number one man in the PRCA again, set a new season's earning record in the PRCA. He's won over $230,000 just in pro rodeo. He's won $433,000 at the American. He won almost $200,000 at the CBR. Here's a guy that it's only the end of September. He's already won over $1 million in 2017.
Holy Moses! And
there's still a couple. I mean, he's got the opportunity where he could win a couple $100,000 or $100,000 at the National Finals Rodeo. So
how old is he?
He's only like 24, 25, 22. He's only 22. Yeah.
22. How long has he been riding?
Since he was 18. He bought his PRCA permit when he was 18. He set the permits.
He rode before that though.
Younger. Yeah. He's been riding his whole life, but I mean, he turned professional when he turned 18.
Yep.
And he's world champion how many times?
He's won 6 world titles, 3 CBR and 3 PRCA world titles.
That would be like, tell me if I'm wrong, that would be like calling him a Tom Brady or a Peyton Manning,
absolutely.
Except he wouldn't have the rest of the team. It would be him against the bull.
Yeah.
That's a one-man operation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, support and friendship and camaraderie helps guide. But that's insane.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's kind of a freak of nature that's come around. You know, I mean, in his career, he's still got a long list of it. The main thing that he's always said that he wants to do in his career, Donnie Gay holds the record as a 8-time world champion of the PRCA, and Sage has got his sights set on that he wants to be the 8-time world champion, the 9-time world champion of the PRCA. And, you know, I'm rooting for the guy because I think if anybody could do it, Sage Kimsey's the one who could.
So we just need to keep him away from Tiger Woods.
Well, yeah, because he does have a golf habit too.
Oh no, keep him away from Tiger Woods.
No.
Yeah, Tiger derailed himself.
You don't have to worry about that part coming out in that boy, but he does have a golf habit that I'm worried about taking over, but not that part of Tiger Woods. No,
I've seen him play golf and he doesn't have no worries. Yeah, and I'll tell him that to his face.
Just let him stick on the bulls.
Yeah, and that guy's just got to focus. I mean, he goes home, eats, lives, and does everything bull riding. I mean, watches film, gets better. That's all he does, 24/7 out of the day.
And a guy that never gets injured. We've never seen Sage Kimsey really get injured. He's had some little bit of nagging stuff this year that didn't really set him out of competition. But you know, I'm going to ask you because you're a bull rider. I'm not. I tried it like twice and I wasn't very good. But the one thing that I've always noticed about Sage is whenever if he gets in a bind or if he gets a little bit out of shape, he knows how to take care of himself, and that's what kind of kept him healthy. You agree?
Oh, he does. And, I mean, it's just different mentalities. You know, I don't like to lose at anything. I mean, I beat my 3-year-old little sister at Nintendo and I'd booyah, you know, get in her face. You know, I want to win at everything. And I'm the same way on every single bull. I mean, at the practice pen, I'll hang on the side of one just to get one rode for nothing. I mean, and there's guys that are smarter, like your Sage, that they get in a bad way. And, I mean, it's for nothing like that. They'll bail, land on their feet, get away, and it's just a different mentality, you know. Yeah. You know when to risk it and everything like that. I like to win every time.
Sage has been the CBR for 4 years. He won it in 14. He didn't win it in 15. Then he won it 16, 17. Whenever he didn't win it in 15, the whole 2016 season, he was the last guy to be introduced in intros. And you talk about make somebody totally mad because he wasn't the last guy to introduce, and all it did was, you know what made him very mad. I can't go into that, but it made him so mad that he wasn't the last guy, and he's just been determined not to lose since then. I've never seen a guy with a fire in him the way that he does.
Wow. So let's talk about, we've got a few minutes left. October 7th, championship bull riding, Montgomery County Fairgrounds at the arena. 24 of the toughest, rankest, meanest, baddest bulls, like you said. Everyone's got their own game. Each one is equivalent. They can hurt you. They can make sure that you don't ride 8 seconds. And then we got 24 bull riders that said, not me. I'm taming it, so to speak. I'm taking it. Chris, you're going to be calling it. You're going to keep us excited in the seats. You're going to keep these guys pumped and motivated, you know?
Absolutely.
And so let's talk about leading up to that. There's some meet and greets. Folks, they're going to be at Cavender's from 5 to 7 on Friday, October 6th. They're going to be from 1 to 3 at De Montrond. We're going to have bullfighters, Shelby Walling, Ms. Montgomery County Fair Queen. Yeah, buddy. And they'll be signing autographs and selling merchandise. So you can come out and meet some of you guys, get some autographs, get some pictures. Bring the kids.
Yeah.
Bring the stinking family out and let them stand next to a bull rider and let them dream.
Oh, yeah. And I
And
mean,
let
there's
them
just a
feel.
handful of us going to be at all those meet and greets. But if they come to the rodeo afterwards, we always come to the arena and sign autographs afterwards, and we get to meet the whole family.
We got about 2 minutes. So what would you like to say, each one of you, before we go?
You know, I'd love to see everybody come out and you know, really support the event. And, you know, it doesn't matter if you've been affected or if you haven't. This gives you a good chance to come out next Saturday night to CBR bull riding. It's family fun and entertainment. Just put all your worries on hold for a couple of hours, and I promise you'll have the time in your life. If I ever had to buy a ticket to go watch one rodeo or bull riding, it'd be a CBR event because there's no show like it. It's fast paced. It's
like
family
2 or
fun.
3 hours, isn't it?
It's 2 hour show, and if it goes a minute over 2 hours, sometimes I get scolded from my boss.
Yeah.
What do you want to say, buddy?
Man, just everybody come out. It's always a good event, but it's not just for us this time. You know, it's for us. You come watch, have fun, and then, you know, give a little praise to them first responders that came out and helped everybody and did something, and it's our part of giving back to them. So y'all come out, and we'll all give them a hand on the back.
It was a pleasure meeting you. It was a pleasure having you on the show. You are community. We might get to do some more in between now and then, shoot some other videos, meet you guys out and about. But, folks, that's championship bull riding. That is community. That is family. That is entertainment at its finest. They got a fireworks show that is just fire. And it's not just fireworks. It's fire.
Yeah.
You got to get the fire marshal to approve it. You know?
It has been approved. I got the letter and the emailed to me yesterday.
Awesome. So, folks, October 7th, Saturday, championship bull riding. Where can they go get tickets?
You can get tickets at cbrbull.com or right here at Cavender's.
cbrbull.com or Cavender's off Interstate 45. Giddy up, get over there, get them now, because there's general admission, which are good seats.
Absolutely.
And then there's reserved, which are better seats.
Yes.
Sponsors, I did not get a chance to call you out like I had planned. I will post that, but there still are some sponsorships available. All you elected officials, some of you local businesses who want to treat your customers, your clients, or your employees to something special, there's a VIP, table of 8, free barbecue, cash bar, sitting right in the middle of the arena looking down, and you get to see all the action from all around, and it's nice. So, elected officials, businesses, you better giddy up and jump on it like Charlie Riley did, Half and Associates did, Greenwood Insurance, and a whole lot more. And I'll post it out there so we give you all love. Guys, thanks for being here.
No problem. Thanks for having
Folks,
me.
you listen to Montgomery County Lifestyle with Nathan Arrazate Championship Bull Riding. Don't forget, this Saturday, Sounds of Texas Music Series, Mr. Ricky Skaggs. Free community pre-party in the streets. And then the Big Daddy is Conroe Cage and Catfish Festival, October 13, 14, 15. The biggest musical lineup that's ever come to town in 27 years. Thanks for listening in, and remember, Nathan Arrazate, Montgomery County Lifestyle, and I'm reminding you that this is your county, your life, and your style. We'll see you.
Thanks for checking out this podcast of Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's community radio station. If you enjoyed this recording, make sure to check out our past shows online at irlonestar.com or their respective video or podcast formats on YouTube, Google Play, or iTunes. If you have any questions regarding the show, either it being about sponsorships or questions for the host, contact the station manager at dick@irlonestar.com or call the station at 936-647-3776. This show is recorded in downtown Conroe, Texas at the Lone Star Community Radio Studios, and Lone Star Community Radio reserves all rights to this recording and images.